What's up, bros? It's DWS. I'm back with this YouTube mess, and today, hold on. Today we're gonna be discussing Misfits 5. Once again, this is gonna be my prediction video. I just got done watching the weigh-ins. Gotta see everybody's weight, see how confident they look in this game time. But I'm also gonna add in this video my dream card, fantasy card, unrealistic card for Jake Paul and KSI, going over the main card and the prelims, what I got, what I feel like should be the card of all cards. But yeah, let's get right into it. So, Misfits 5, the first fight of the night, I think, is Tempo Arts. There's a few fights I forgot to mention in my last video, and I got them this time, so don't worry. But Tempo Arts and Godson, I just got done watching the weigh-in for them. Godson's a lot bigger than what I thought he would be. I mean, they both weigh around 250. I think there's like a 30-pound gap between them. I think Godson weighed like 250, Tempo Arts weighed like 280. Tempo Arts is the smaller dude. I think Godson, and what he showed from the media workout, he has a nice jab. He knows how to use it a little bit more. I think pretty much he's gonna keep Tempo Arts off of him the whole time, just using that jab and sometimes coming in with that right hand. Tempo Arts looks fast though. He looks good on the pads. You know, he's a big boy, so he's holding a lot of weight, a lot of muscle in those punches. And anything can happen. It's a heavyweight fight. Anything can happen at the end of the day. They're both big men. I'm gonna edge it out to Godson. I think he's gonna take a W, but I wouldn't be surprised. Tempo Arts have done this before. He's had a fight on the Kingpin event way before, so I'm gonna just edge it to Godson though. Yo, also, I guess by the way, Waleed Shark's fight got canceled. His guy got pulled out due to like an injury or some sort, or a failed medical test or whatever. So that's kind of bummed to hear, but I would have had Waleed anyway. I guess they're trying to fight a late replacement, but I doubt they're gonna be able to do that on a one-day notice, unless it's some bum that's like 0-5 or 1-5 that just wants to come in for a quick check. If he fights, I got Waleed, because I don't know who the other guy is. And if he doesn't, then oh well, that sucks. Next on the fight, we got AJ Bunker versus Astrid Wet. Now, a lot of people are edging it to Astrid Wet just because she's had the fight, or because, you know, people want to make her out to be the queen of Misfits or whatever. This is actually for a Misfits women's title, like the first title for girls. It should have been, that fight should have been the Elle Brooke versus Faith Ordaway instead of this one, but it is what it is. Now, a lot of people are edging it to Astrid Wet. Like I said, I actually got AJ Bunker coming with the W. I don't think Astrid Wet is that good. I don't think she's as impressive as people say she is. She looks alright at most on the pads, or, you know, hitting back and forth. And you saw that picture of her bloodied up. AJ Bunker's gonna beat her ass. You know, like, I don't know if it's gonna go to decision, if it's gonna go like TKO stoppage. I have no idea. Honestly, I think AJ Bunker's gonna make her quit. Just like Astrid Wet's last opponent, I think that's gonna be Astrid Wet this fight. I don't think she's gonna be able to keep up with the pace. I think she's gonna try to sit there and do a little jab and then get caught up and start, like, you know, whatever, because AJ Bunker looks like she comes and just bangs it out a little bit. So that one I have to give to AJ Bunker. Next on the list is the tag team fight up, Los Pineda Coladas, whatever the fuck their name is, and Ice Poseidon and Anthony Vargas. I forget their names, like the name of their team. I think I said this pretty well in my last video. I think Pineda could 1v3 all of them, dead ass. I mean, Pineda's not good, but neither are they, so I'm gonna give it to the Los Pinedas Colados. They're probably gonna have Pineda. Pineda's probably gonna start. He's probably gonna knock out Anthony Vargas, because I guess the rules are, they did announce the rules. I guess the rules are, if one person in the team gets knocked out, the fight's over. You tag in by raising your hand during a pause, so not during action, and you can do it as many times as you want around. I think it's gonna look a little bit more goofy. Maybe they should have got more better fighters to do this at first, you know, because I feel like it's just gonna look goofy. But yeah, Los Pinedas Colados for the dub. Let's go, B-Dave. Next up, we got Halaham and Ginty. Now, if you watched my last video as well, I was going in on Halaham a little bit, you know, because he does like little shits like that. I think he's gonna get knocked out. He has been working with Salt Poppy and them, you know, they're friends now. They be training together, you know, so maybe he does got a chin on him. Maybe he's gonna shock me, whatever. I don't know. I think Ginty got it in the bag, probably on points, to be honest, instead of the knockout, because it did look like Halaham had a chin. Who knows? We'll see. Give me a Ginty decision win. King, Kenny, and Ashley Raxu. Now, I think this is going to be a bit more competitive than what people are saying. Ashley Raksu, he has grit, he has heart, like King Kenny has been saying, and it's evident from that Anthony Taylor fight that he does, getting knocked down, coming back up, fighting. He even had that dog in him a little bit, you know, where he was yelling at himself. I watched his video, he was yelling at himself, telling him, come on, because he had more to him that he didn't get to show. And maybe he'll be able to show that with King Kenny. I think this is honestly going to go to a decision win for Kenny. I don't think Kenny's going to be able to knock him out. I think Kenny will be able to knock him down, though. Probably like the third round or something. He's probably going to clip him a little bit, make him drop. But he's probably going to come right back up because it looks like Ashley Raksu can take some punches. He can take some punishment. He's probably going to get outboxed, though, the majority of the fight, all 4 rounds. Give me King Kenny by decision. Dean the Great versus Pulley. Bitch, I'm silly. Bitch, I'm silly. Bitch, I'm silly. Pulley look like he got some heart, man. That motherfucker look like he want to dog it out a little bit, you know? I think Dean the Great's going to do what he wants with Pulley. Don't get it twisted. But Pulley looks like he's not just there to get a paycheck. He look like he wants to bang it out. He wants to dog it out. He's showing it more and more closer to the fight, you know, letting Dean know he can't take the mic and shit like that. Trying to stand his ground. I don't know if that's because he feels like he needs to or he actually feels, hey, I need to be more dominant. I'm going to show this motherfucker he's not going to be able to touch me. I think the Great got a lot of skill. You know, I'd like to see him and Waleed go at it again. So I don't know why I want Pulley to win this fight. I don't really know the fucker. I'm going to give it Dean the Great by, let's give it like a 3rd round knockout. Like, nah, let's give it like a 3rd round stoppage, all right? Not a clean knockout on the chin, on the ground, nah. Doctor waving it off. He's taking too much damage. Just get it, Dean the Great. Now, for the main event of the evening, Jay Swingler, Nick Lamau. Who's gonna come out on top? On my last video, I said that Nick Lamau has some skill, which he does. He looked like he was slipping a lot of shots. He knew when to throw. He wasn't scared. He has this like silent confidence about him that makes me feel like he's gonna win the fight. Don't know what it is. Jay Swingler, I think, is probably the better fighter between the two. Nick Lamau shows that he's gonna make it a tougher fight than what everyone thought. Now, even though I said Nick Lamau, he got me thinking he's gonna win the fight, I don't think he's gonna win the fight. I think he's gonna come up short. I think Jay Swingler's gonna put it on him. He's gonna eat a lot of body shots, Nick Lamau. I saw Jay Swingler hit him with the body on Charlie's. It was pretty nice. It was a pretty nice body shot if he can keep up with that pace. I don't think Nick Lamau's going to be able to eat as many punches as he says he will, unless he can just stay on the outside, you know, and keep him off with the jab, jab, jab. But I think Jay Swingler's been doing this long enough. I think like he has more of a reason to win. He wants that give rematch. I'm going to have to give it to Jay Swingler. I don't know if Jay Swingler's going to be able to knock out Nick Lamau. I do think maybe he'll eat up that body, and then Nick Lamau might have to stop because, you know, he can't breathe no more. All that shit's gonna hurt. Gonna be like, fuck, his body's gonna be fucking hurting and shit. Cause he's skinny as fuck. Nick Lamau, you see him like a twig, bro. And Jay Swingler is also like a twig, but at least he's like a little more built, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, give me Jay Swingler in a round 3 stoppage as well, round 2 maybe. Maybe he'll go a little quicker. I hope it's a good fight. I think it's going to be a lot closer than what people think it's going to be. Miles showed that he has skill and he has intent. He's coming to win. I don't think he's coming to lose. Well, let's just see how the fights turn out. I hope it's an exciting event. I'm going to be watching it tomorrow morning, Pacific time. You know, I got to wake up at like 11 a.m. to watch this shit. It's going to be exciting. So yeah, these are my predictions for the Misfits 005 card. Let me know what you think. Now, let's get on to my dream card. So, KSI Jake Paul, rumored to be fighting in the summer. But who do I want to see on the undercard? Who do I want to see on the prelims? Let's get right into it. For the first fight of the night. Now, hear me out on this one. I think this one's a banger of an open. I know Jake Paul wants to add some of his pro fighters in, but I think a lot of the people want influencer boxing to be influencer boxing and pro boxing to be pro boxing. I do not want to see Amanda Serrano. I love Amanda Serrano, but I do not want to see her on this card. I do not want to see Ashley Silva on this card. Alright, so let's get into the first one. Pineda versus Swarms. Yes, I said it. Pineda versus Swarms. I think that would be so fun. I think Pineda will easily beat Swarms' ass. But I think the concept of the two fights one night, people who both took a dub on 004, go at each other in the big main card. And it's to start off the event. Start it off with the banger. Start it off with who people want to watch. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. It's exciting. And the diss tracks from Swarms are going to be coming in about like, oh, I lasted longer than Pineda against KSI. And Pineda's going to be vamos, you know how he is. And I just think that would be so fun. Second fight of the night. For my Jake Paul KSI card, I have got L Brook and Astrid Wet. Now, I did just say AJ Bunker would smoke Astrid Wet, so that could put a pause to this fight. We could just see an L Brook versus AJ Bunker, or an L Brook versus Faith Ordway again on this fight. I'd be okay with either one of those. I just want to see L Brook on it. I feel like she's probably the most dominant female influencer boxer right now. I just think that'd be dope. If I had to choose, it would be L Brook and Astrid Wet. I think that'd be hilarious. I think it'll be great. I think L Brook would dominate as well. But that's the fight everybody wants to see. They want to see where these two girls match up. L with her fucking pressure, volume bombs, throwing yelling boom, boom, boom every time she fucking throws. And Astrid Wet's little jabs and shit. So I just think it'll be great. Third fight of the night. I was debating on putting this on the main card, but I feel like my main card is stacked. By the way, fantasy fights, not realistic. I don't think this is going to be the card. This is just my dream card for what I want. But for the third fight, I would have to give that rematch between Dean and Waleed. The first fight was very competitive, man. Even though Waleed was smoking him all the rounds, he did get dropped and the ref stopped it, so we have to see this fight again. It would be amazing to see the adjustments Dean will make and the adjustments Waleed would make. It's very exciting because this was a main event fight, and then we'd have them on the prelims. That just comes to show what kind of card I have prepared for you guys right now. I think the beef and the chemistry that they have together is going to make it a trilogy fight, and we can have that third fight on its own card. But for this event, I want the rematch. Give me the rematch. All right, main card, opening fight. Who do I got? I got King Kenny versus Salt Poppy. Let's get it. King Kenny, we know, he's not afraid of no challenge. You know, he fights anybody. And I mean anybody. Salt Poppy's really the boogeyman, man. Nobody wants to fight him. I think King Kenny will fight him. I think that will be a banger of a fight. And I think that fight goes in two different directions. King Kenny using his jab, keeping Salt Poppy off a little bit and maybe able to throw a few of the right hands, or Salt Poppy going in there and clipping him. That's how I see it. Probably a point decision to Kenny or a knockout between Salt Poppy. But that would be a banger of a fight to start the main card. That'd be hella dope. Tell me that wouldn't be a good matchup. You think it's a good matchup. I think it's a good matchup. So why not make it on the KSI versus Jake Paul event? Let's go. Second fight of the main card, I got Deji and Bryce Hall. Now, Deji, he's been training a lot. Bryce Hall wants to fight this year. I think that'll be a dope matchup. I think it's exciting because they have a rivalry leading back from like Social Gloves 1. And I think it'd be dope. I think it'd be dope to see Bryce in there and see how he adjusts and see how he fights again when someone who's not Austin McBroom coming at him with fucking bangers. I do reckon that Austin McBroom hits harder than Deji. I think Deji hits hard as well, but I would assume Austin McBroom would hit way harder being able to keep him off. So let's see how Bryce Hall can put up against Deji. Third fight of the main card, Gib and Slim. They also have a rivalry. Big one, going all the way back to like right after Gib lost to Jake Paul. They were supposed to fight in an exhibition, got canceled. Slim kept calling out Gib. Gib kept calling Slim a nobody or whatever. This fight needs to happen. I think Gib absolutely demolishes Slim, but this fight needs to happen. I feel like this is the fight everybody needs craving for. If they don't put it on this card, they can make it its own main event. That's the magnitude of this fight. This is like a lower tier KSI Jake Paul. It's fucking dope. Let's get it going. Gib, Slim, what the fuck are we doing? Come on, get in the ring. Our co-main event. All right, this one is kind of easy. I said Logan Paul. I said Tommy Fury. Now, I say this because you watched my last video. I think it'd be dope to see brothers take on the opponent of their brother's only loss. That's how I'm supposed to say it. Tommy Fury beat Jake Paul. KSI beat Logan Paul. They're fighting each other's opponents. So if they both win, Logan and Jake, they can avenge their brother's only loss. If KSI and Tommy win, we can see a mega fight between them. If KSI and Logan Paul win, that's a fat W for Prime. Tommy and Jake win, it sets up the rematch. I think it's a great idea. So yeah, it's co-main event. Give me Logan Paul, Tommy Fury. And on to the main event, KSI, Jake Paul. What do you guys think of this card? Let me know. Again, it's a fantasy matchup. It's not realistic. I do not think this is going to be the card. I do not think. And we have a couple of events until then. We might be able to see newcomers come up in the scene. We might be able to see Jarvis back in the scene. Supposed to fight on the Kingpin shit. We might see JMX back in the scene. We get Logan Paul and JMX. I don't know, but let me know what you think about the video. I appreciate y'all taking your time to watch the video. Please like, please subscribe, please comment, keep me up to date, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful night and a wonderful day and enjoy the fights tomorrow. Peace.